is how do you cut from 70 hours in a week to a more normal schedule, especially when you manage a large team and it seems like after work hours is the only time you can catch up, because you're not alone, Kimberly, in this question. And this too was my experience. Like when I back in my corporate career, when I cut my hours, like I was doing 60, 70, sometimes 80-hour work weeks, and you just got it done. And that's how you managed. And I had this belief that that's what was necessary for me to be successful in my role. You know, my relationship with my husband and kids were, that was being sacrificed. And there were a few other things that happened. It was just kind of this perfect storm that made me realize like something needs to change here. And I cold turkey went to normal business hours. Now, when I made that change, it was a very quick decision. I got behind it because I had a really bad habit I had to break, but I had no idea how to do it. Like, I was like, I have no idea how I'm going to continue to support my team, how I'm going to get done the things I need to get done without catching up in the evening. So the way that you cut is, one, get behind why it's important to you. That's why we talked about your values. That's why we talked about, and we said your reason why needs to be bigger than staying with the way things are. Because if you still stay in this place that you need to put in these 70 hours to be successful, that's where your attention is. That's what you're going to stay in, because you also give yourself the option to do it. Like if you're like, I got 70-hour work weeks, and you set the bar at that, you will always fill it up. That's how it works. And so get behind your reason why you need to make this change and put it on a sticky, keep it front and center. Tell people that it needs to be something like emotional, powerful, because that will give you the inner motivation to follow through on it. And then it's putting in boundaries. But we need some constraint in place with our time, because there will always be more to do. And so if you give yourself all that time, it will fill up. And there's a lot of psychology around this, that when you put a constraint in place, you want to carve out your personal time first. You want to carve out the time you need for yourself first. And you put that constraint in place, and that's going to drive you to take other decisions and choices. Because if you don't put that boundary in place, it will fill up, guaranteed. There is a lot of, so that's one thing. We need this boundary because it forces us to get clear what's important and let go of what is it. So you might not be ready to go down to a 40-hour work week yet, but what is a boundary you could put in place? Because if you cut your hours back, you will figure out how to manage within that time. And that can come from delegating more. That can come from setting your day up so that you actually have time in your day to get your work done. Instead of being in meetings all day long, it's going to force you to start to say no to things that really aren't the best use of your time, so that you can say yes to the things that really are. So yeah, starting with some boundary in place, it's almost like you have to get behind your reason why, and then you just have to do it and take action. Trust you'll figure it out. And when I did this, like, I didn't know the psychology behind it. I didn't know other people did it. I just knew something needed to change. And I figured it out. Because when we can approach our day as, how can I, work within these boundaries and still be successful at what I do, you're going to find different options there. There's a lot of research that when you work more than 40 to 50 hours in your work week, and that might change depending on the person, after that, your productivity significantly declines. And so while it might feel like you're doing a lot, it's taking you more effort to get the same outcome or result. And so, that's where, because when we're also like run down, we're less focused, we're less productive, we're less energetic, we're less resilient when things go sideways. And resilience can be like the big setbacks you face, but it can also be the small daily stressors. And so we're just not equipped to handle those things as well. And we actually lose productivity. So as counterintuitive as it can be, when you work less, you actually can achieve what you need to achieve within that time, because you are more productive, you are more focused, and you start to say no more so that you can say things say yes to things that matter. And if we're all being honest, you probably are spending time on things in your day that are not the best use of your time, whether it's going to a meeting, whether it is having the same conversations over and over again instead of just being direct and getting to the point, whether it's, because you're frustrated and impatient, you're arguing with someone, and so it's creating more time. There's these things we do in our day. And so it can be harder to say no to someone. It can be harder to keep that boundary, but it makes your days easier. And it's just understanding that if you continue to set your bar at 70 hours, you will absolutely fill it up. There's psychology around too, is when you can just accept you will never get caught up, there will always be more to do. It can help take the pressure off. And then you can go like, okay, so then how do I make sure I'm doing the things that really move the needle?